Hello, everyone.
Yes, you.
The Info on the Go listener.
This one's for you.
Whether you've been with us since episode 1 or you just hopped on the bus, we want to take a moment to say thank you.
Your curiosity, support, and enthusiasm fuel every story we tell and every mile we travel together.
Because of you, we've explored history, science, culture, and the wonderfully weird from canned meat to color-coded buses, and we're just getting started.
So, from the bottom of our podcasting hearts, thank you for listening, sharing, subscribing, and being a part of our growing community.
You make this journey meaningful and way more fun.
Stay curious
Stay kind.
and stay tuned
There's always more to learn.
on Info on the Go. Hi, I'm William.
And I'm Kat,
And that makes this Info on the Go.
answering questions you want to know.
So, Kat, when you hear the words mac and cheese, what comes to mind?
Kraft mac and cheese, because it's the best.
Yeah, I would say they definitely have it figured out. I mean, there's nothing like Kraft mac and cheese. You can get cheesy shells, it's okay, but Kraft mac and cheese is magic.
Right. Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah. And, I think every family has a baked mac and cheese recipe too,
Mm-hmm. Most certainly.
but Kraft is still the best, right?
Yes.
History of macaroni and cheese on this episode of Info on the Go.
And first, what is macaroni and cheese?
Best known as mac and cheese, and probably what we'll be calling it throughout this episode, is the popular shorthand for the classic comfort food known as macaroni and cheese.
This beloved dish consists of cooked macaroni pasta coated in a rich, creamy cheese sauce, most commonly made with cheddar.
Cheddar. The phrase mac and cheese simplifies the name, making it more casual and widely used in everyday conversations like, hey, do you like mac and cheese? Instead of, hey, do you like macaroni and cheese?
Right. The term mac itself is a direct abbreviation of macaroni, which refers to a specific type of pasta that is small, curved, and tubular in shape.
Macaroni has been a staple ingredient in pasta dishes for centuries, known for its ability to hold sauces well and provide satisfying texture.
Mm. The combination of macaroni with a velvety cheese sauce has made mac and cheese a favorite across generations, offering a perfect balance of comforting flavors and textures.
Whether baked to golden perfection or prepared on the stovetop for creamy consistency, mac and cheese remains a timeless and cherished meal enjoyed in homes and restaurants alike.
From here on out, we'll be using the term mac and cheese.
We're going to dive into this deep dish of mac and cheese.
The first question should be, when was pasta invented?
The origins of pasta are debated, but evidence shows pasta-like foods have existed for thousands of years.
No way. In China, noodles made from millet appeared as early as 3000 BC.
So in China, let's see, we've talked about them a lot. Gunpowder, paper, printing, paper money, and noodles.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Ancient Greeks also ate pasta-like foods during the first millennia BC.
In Italy, pasta's history begins with the Etruscans around the 4th century BC, who made early forms of pasta by mixing ground grains with water.
By the 12th century, pasta was commonly mentioned in Italian records, paving the way for its rise as a beloved dish worldwide.
Next question is when cheese was invented.
From our cheese episode, we know cheese showed up somewhere around 8000 BC, coinciding with the domestication of animals and the use of animal stomachs for milk storage.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we talked a lot about that in our butter episode too.
We sure did. Okay, but when did the love story start? You know, the macaroni and cheese one?
Oh, I love that. That was pretty golden. Just like mac and cheese. Mac and cheese has a fascinating origin that can be traced back to the 13th century Italy. where pasta and cheese dishes began to appear in culinary traditions.
The earliest known recipe resembling modern macaroni and cheese appears in the Form of Curry, a medieval English cookbook compiled in 1390.
This recipe, titled Macarons, described a simple yet indulgent dish consisting of hand cut pasta layered with melted butter and cheese.
Unlike today's mac and cheese, which commonly features elbow macaroni and a smooth, creamy cheese sauce, macarons relied on a more rustic preparation.
The pasta was boiled until tender, then arranged in alternating layers with butter and grated cheese, creating a rich and satisfying dish. That still sounds really good to me.
Yeah, same,
I
same.
mean, butter, cheese, pasta. I mean, what could go wrong?
Nothing. Add some salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic,
Yeah, maybe.
onion powder.
Yeah.
Mm. While the cheese used in the recipe was likely hard in variety, such as Parmesan,
Another dish known as lasagna used pasta sheets and cheese in a baked form, showcasing the combination of pasta and dairy that later inspired variations across cultures.
the 13th century Italian cookbook, the Bier de Coquina, or the Book of Cooking, contains a recipe known as des lasagnes, which some food historians consider one of the earliest recorded versions of macaroni and cheese.
This medieval dish featured pasta, most likely similar to lasagna noodles, combined with grated cheese to create a simple yet flavorful meal. Have you ever just had a cheese lasagna?
Yes, and it's not bad
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, they were on to something. It
for
can
sure.
only it can only improve from here, right?
Yes, I prefer the heartburn of the red sauce. The recipe reflects the culinary traditions of medieval Italy, where cheese and pasta were staple ingredients enjoyed across different social classes.
Over time, Italian cuisine spread throughout Europe, with pasta becoming a staple in many countries.
This set the stage for the development of more accessible and simpler recipes that incorporated small pasta shapes like macaroni and rich cheese sauces.
While the dish we know today as mac and cheese has been shaped by centuries of innovation and adaptation, its roots in the culinary traditions of the 13th century Italy remain an essential part of its story.
The simplicity of combining pasta and cheese proved to be a universal comfort, leading to its enduring popularity worldwide.
I would say, mac and cheese is one of those things that no matter what's going on, it can make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
James Hemings, a French trained chef enslaved by Thomas Jefferson, introduced macaroni and cheese to the United States after Jefferson encountered it in Paris.
Jefferson attempted to make his own pasta, but ultimately imported macaroni and parmesan for his use. By 1802, he served a baked macaroni dish at a state dinner, helping to popularize it.
In 1824, Mary Randolph published the first known American recipe for macaroni and cheese in the Virginia Housewife, a simple baked dish with macaroni, cheese, and butter. Just kind of like we were talking about a minute ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Macaroni and cheese made its way into Canada through British immigrants who introduced it from other regions of the British Empire.
Recipes for the dish in Canada date back to at least 1845 as documented in modern practical cookery.
This cookbook describes an elaborate version of macaroni and cheese featuring a puff pastry lining, which reflects its status as a refined dish for the upper class.
I'm not sure about the puff pastry lining with macaroni and cheese.
Mm,
I guess
it'd
I
be
would
it'd be kind of like a
breadcrumbs.
breadcrumbs, yeah, but more like kind of like a pot pie.
Yeah, I just can't see that though. I
I
don't.
think it'd be all right.
You think it would be all right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I mean, it's got mac and cheese in it. I would try it for sure.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with it. The recipe included a rich sauce made from cream, egg yolks, mace, and mustard topped with grated Parmesan or Cheshire cheese for added flavor.
Now, that sounds interesting.
That sounds very interesting. It actually sounds pretty good now that I'm reading it, like or I'm
Hmm.
seeing it like okay.
Right, right. I would have to try it for sure.
Yeah, I
You're a taste tester. Okay. I
kind of
volunteer as tribute.
I think we should make this thing and try it.
Yes. During this period, Canadian cheddar cheese was also gaining popularity and was likely incorporated into the dish, further adapting it to the local tastes.
This blend of British culinary traditions and Canadian ingredients helped pave the way for macaroni and cheese to become a beloved dish in Canada.
Throughout the 19th century, similar recipes appeared in cookbooks spreading across the country.
By the late 1800s, factory production made the dish more accessible, shifting macaroni and cheese from upper class delicacy to a widespread comfort food enjoyed by all. I, I I'm just thinking I get the factory production kind of made it consistent, right, around the
Hmm.
world.
Hmm.
But just think of all the recipes that came before that.
Right. Some of them are lost, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, like the one we just was talking about.
Right.
I know every family has that macaroni and cheese recipe somewhere.
Right, exactly. Now we're talking about the one and only blue box that everybody loves.
The blue box.
Hmm.
The invention of processed cheese, stabilized with emulsifying salts for a longer shelf life, was a crucial step toward creating shelf-stable packaged macaroni and cheese.
For the history of processed cheese, check out the cheese episode.
Yeah, good call out there. In 1916, James L. Kraft of Fort Erie, Ontario, patented a method for producing processed cheese, which helped him build his business in Chicago.
During the Great Depression, Grant Leslie, a salesman from St. Louis, Missouri, introduced the idea of selling macaroni pasta with grated cheese as a package, attaching the cheese to the pasta box with a rubber band.
Kraft launched its packaged macaroni and cheese in the United States and Canada in 1937, meeting widespread demand during World War II, when rationing and changing lifestyles made the affordable, long lasting product highly popular. Could you
Yes,
imagine getting that box with the cheese on the outside?
with a rubber band.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
like picking up your morning paper with your macaroni and cheese.
yeah. But I mean, I get it. I mean, times were tough during WW2,
For sure.
and a lot of things came out of that spam.
Right.
We should really do one on spam.
Mm, that sounds gross, but I'm down.
Okay.
With a 10-month shelf life, Kraft sold 50 million boxes during the war, and by 1954, the package evolved into the iconic blue box, promoted in campaigns encouraging children to ask for the blue box.
10-month shelf life.
Hmm.
Mm,
That's wild, isn't
that is crazy. But I mean, it's still good. I would still eat it.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to try some of that 1954 Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah,
It-
but not the same box from 1954.
no, not in, not by far in the same box. The box will probably be all biodegrading and stuff.
Yeah.
That was the picture in my head.
I can see that.
How is that powdered cheese made, you might ask?
What's in that powdered cheese might be another question.
We say those are great questions.
It just so happens we have the answers.
Powdered cheese produced by companies like Kraft and Curry Foods undergoes a specialized process to transform real cheese into a convenient, shelf-stable form.
The process begins with the melting and mixing stage, where real cheese is melted down and combined with various additives to stabilize its structure and enhance its flavor.
The additives including spices, calcium sequestering salts or CSS, skim milk solids, whey, lactose, starches, maltodextrin, and flavorings.
This blend creates a rich, homogeneous mixture that is ready for the next step.
The second stage is spray drying, and this involves turning the mixture into a fine powder.
The liquid cheese blend is sprayed through a nozzle or atomizer, creating tiny droplets.
These droplets are exposed to hot air inside a drying chamber, causing the water content to evaporate.
What remains is a fine powdered cheese packed with flavor and capable of long term storage.
This method allows powdered cheese to retain much of its original taste and texture while being versatile and easy to use in a variety of dishes.
It is commonly used for macaroni and cheese products, snack seasonings, and instant meal kits.
Snack seasonings, you mean like cheese flavored popcorns and stuff like that?
Yes, yes. Doritos,
Oh, yeah. I
combos.
thought combos were more of a pretzel stuffed with like cheese. Well, I guess that would be, that would be,
Hmm.
yeah, okay. But
Hmm.
it's still good. I mean,
Yes, delicious. Had a whole bag today.
it's what makes mac and cheese, so I'm not knocking it by any means.
Right.
This efficient production method and extended shelf life make powdered cheese an essential ingredient in modern food processing.
Oh, the dried pasta, we kind of skipped over that part.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Okay, let's dig into it. The first industrial pasta factory in the United States was established in Brooklyn in 1848 by a resourceful Frenchman.
His unique method of production involved spreading freshly made spaghetti strands on the roof to dry under the sun, taking advantage of natural sunlight to achieve the desired texture and consistency.
Now, I'm not knocking those first ones. I'm not. But being a germaphobe, I don't think that I would like that.
Not even if it was on parchment paper.
I guess just it's kind of like sausage, right? Don't tell me how the sausage is made because I love it. Don't tell me how the pasta's dried because I love it.
Fair enough.
All right. This innovative approach marked the beginnings of industrial pasta production in America, paving the way for large-scale manufacturing of this beloved staple, mac and cheese.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. I want to tell you about tellmail.ai. Mail will guide your loved one through a personalized journey in storytelling. So if you're looking for a unique gift for a birthday, anniversary, or a wedding gift, tellmail.ai is perfect and it will last for generations to come. Mel will help guide your loved one into a perfectly crafted story that can later be transferred into a hardcover book. And this will last for generations. It's like any other gift that you could possibly give. That's tellmail.ai. Hi, everyone. Ever wish your energy boost came in candy form instead of some can with sketchy ingredients? Look no more because energy rocks are here. This isn't your average energy product. It pops, literally. I was researching for a show the other day, struggling to stay awake when I tried these wild popping candy crystals called Energy Rocks. Within minutes, I was focused, alert, and wide awake. Total lifesaver. Energy Rocks are like pop rocks for grown-ups, packed with fast-acting caffeine, B12, and L-theanine for smooth, crash-free energy. Just rip, pour, and pop. No pills, no drink, no mess. With only 4 grams of sugar and flavors like pineapple, mango, and cherry berry, it's candy with a purpose. Perfect for students, gamers, busy parents, podcasters, or anyone who hits the wall. Pop, focus, go. With Energy Rocks, use code INFO on the go 20 off to get 20% off your first order or click the link in the show notes.
Throughout the 19th century, pasta production rapidly expanded, with factories emerging across the country to meet the growth in demand.
Yeah, as pasta gained popularity among diverse communities, local pasta makers began adapting traditional techniques to incorporate new machinery and processes, making production faster and more efficient.
These advancements helped solidify pasta as a culinary staple in American homes, where it remains a cherished, versatile ingredient to this day.
Absolutely, it does. I don't know about the rest of the world, but I'm here to tell you Americans love mac and cheese.
Yes.
The establishment of industrial pasta production not only shaped the food industry, but also contributed to the widespread culture appreciation of pasta across the nation.
Well, it would appear that is all we have on the macaroni and cheese love story.
Um, no. You know what we like to do here on Info on the Go?
Around the world with mac and cheese and some fun facts.
Absolutely. Let's do it. All right. So, Kraft dinner, often called KD in Canada, is widely considered a national dish and a cultural staple.
Produced in Quebec using Canadian wheat and milk, Canadians consume 1.7 million of the 7 million boxes sold globally each week, averaging 3.2 boxes per year, 55% more than Americans.
Okay, so I got to make a show correction now. So Canadians and Americans love mac and cheese.
Yes,
Canadians love it more than Americans.
right.
My Newfoundland friends, Newfoundland. You know that's how you say that, right?
Newfoundland, not
Newf
Newfoundland.
no, it's not Newfoundland. It's Newfoundland. Hey, if anybody from Canada wants to correct me or Kat, do so. Send us an email. I'm pretty sure it's Newfoundland. I'm
I
almost
always
certain
thought
of
it
that.
was Newfoundland or Newfoundland. Yep.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Newfoundland. Anyway, all right. With its distinct branding and marketing tailored especially to Canadian audiences, Kraft Dinner has achieved iconic status and is the country's most popular grocery item, symbolizing comfort and tradition. Wow. Kraft Dinner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I actually Googled that box. It looks almost identical to the Kraft boxes that we have.
I don't see why it'd be too different.
It's it's not too different.
Chinese-inspired variations of mac and cheese, like Mapo mac and cheese, where they merge creamy, cheesy pasta with bold, spicy flavors of Sichuan cuisine's Mapo tofu.
I would try that. That actually sounds really good to me.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
I mean, I'm down to try any kind of mac and cheese right now.
This fusion combines elements like chili oil, fermented bean paste, and Szechuan peppercorns with classic mac and cheese ingredients, creating an innovative blend of rich and fiery flavors. Yeah, I would still try that. I mean,
Yes,
it sounds really good. I imagine the taste, looking at the ingredients and talking about them, there's going to be a lot of different things going on with this flavor profile here.
for sure. For sure. I'm wondering about the texture.
Yeah, I mean with the bean paste, yeah, it would probably add a little something different to it for sure.
These modern creations highlight the versatility of mac and cheese as a base for global culinary experimentation.
Germans don't have a dish called mac and cheese, but they do enjoy Käsespätzle, often described as their version of the dish.
Käsespätzle features Spätzle, a soft egg noodle made from a simple dough of flour, eggs, water, and salt.
The noodles are boiled, fried in butter, and then mixed with melted cheese such as Emmentaler and Barkisi. That sounds really good.
I don't know. I mean, noodles that are boiled and then fried in butter sounds really good, and then mixed with melted cheese for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
I,
that's a whole lot of fat there.
I mean, what about mac and cheese? Isn't a whole lot of fat there.
Yeah, true.
The
Okay.
dish is often topped with caramelized onions, combining rich, comforting flavors with a traditional German twist.
You know, my wife takes fried onions and puts on top of her mac and cheese.
That sounds pretty good, though.
It is actually really good. Indian inspired mac and cheese, often called Desh mac and cheese, is a fusion dish that adopts the classic recipe to Indian taste.
Variations like tikka masala macaroni combine the creamy base of mac and cheese with bold Indian flavors using spices like chili powder, garam masala, and tikka masala curry.
That sounds really good too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All these different spins on mac and cheese are really making me hungry.
Right.
These dishes showcase the creativity of blending global comfort food with vibrant Indian culinary traditions. You know, it seems like every country so far has its own spin on mac and cheese, but the core of it being mac and cheese.
Right.
I mean, it's mac and cheese, and hey, you can do anything with this dish.
Absolutely. In the Caribbean, Macaroni and cheese takes on a unique form known as macaroni pie.
This variation is typically baked and often served cold, creating a firmer texture that sets it apart from the creamy versions popular in other regions. I don't know if I could eat cold mac and cheese.
I mean, I can eat cold mac and cheese. I have,
I'm not
but
going to say that I
sometimes I'm
haven't.
just too lazy to heat it up.
I'm not
But
going to say
I
that
don't
I
know
have.
about purposely doing it.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't. I know I've eaten cold mac and cheese before.
Macaroni pie is frequently enhanced with a spicy twist, incorporating bold seasonings and local flavors that reflect the vibrant culinary traditions of the Caribbean.
I mean, I would try it. I'm not saying I wouldn't.
I mean, I'm not knocking it
Yeah, I
till I
mean,
try it.
absolutely. That is the key. Try it.
Yes.
The dish is beloved comfort food, enjoyed at gatherings and as a staple side dish across the islands.
Crayola acknowledged the widespread popularity of macaroni and cheese by immortalizing it in their iconic lineup of crayon colors in 1993.
Factoid!
Factoid!
The vibrant shade, named macaroni and cheese, captures the warm, creamy orange tone of the beloved comfort food. Hats off to you, Crayola.
Right? National Macaroni and Cheese Day, celebrated annually on July 14th, is a joyous occasion dedicated to one of the most beloved comfort foods in the world.
Hey, and this is going to come out before Macaroni and Cheese Day.
Whoop whoop.
This day offers mac and cheese enthusiasts the perfect excuse to indulge in this creamy, cheesy delight, whether in its classic form or with creative twists and variations. And I might try something a little different with some of these other recipes we were
Right.
talking about. Yeah.
The Cheesasaurus Rex, a fun and quirky orange dinosaur mascot for Kraft macaroni and cheese, debuted in the late 1980s.
Designed to appeal to children, this prehistoric character was imagined as thriving on a diet of mac and cheese.
He starred in advertisements and promotional campaigns, symbolizing the playful, kid-friendly joy of the beloved meal.
Do you remember the Rex, the macaroni and cheese, the cheese?
Vaguely,
Yeah,
vaguely do I remember the Cheesasaurus Rex.
I remember the Cheesasaurus Rex.
Well, I was probably growing up as they were getting away from Cheesasaurus Rex, so it's early memories.
Are you trying to say that I'm old, Cat?
Not at
Mm.
all.
Okay. Over time, the Cheesasaurus Rex became a nostalgic icon tied to childhood memories and the comfort of mac and cheese.
The pairing of olives and mac and cheese elicits mixed opinions, as the bold flavor of olives, especially green or Kalamata varieties, can clash with sharper cheeses like aged cheddar.
So when we were doing the research on this, I I think I would try this. I actually think I would be one of those ones that would like that.
I think I'd like it with black olives. I definitely wouldn't like it with the pimento olives.
While some enjoy the briny tank as a creative twist, others feel it overpowers the dish.
When paired with milder cheeses or balanced by complementary ingredients, olives can add a Mediterranean flair to mac and cheese.
I'm gonna try it with both kind of olives. I think I would, and I don't know if I think you would have to make your mac and cheese. I don't think it would be good in the boxed mac and cheese.
Yeah, no, same. You'd have to pick the right cheese.
Pairing mac and cheese with Chardonnay adds a touch of sophistication to this comfort food.
I mean, you could be bougie like that too.
Yeah.
The creamy richness of mac and cheese complements the bright acidity and the citrus notes of a lightly oaked Chardonnay, creating a balanced and flavorful combination. I can
So
see
you could take it to the next level.
that. Mm-hmm.
This pairing is especially enhanced with gourmet variations like truffles or lobster, elevating the dish into a refined dining experience.
You're getting extra fancy now.
Yeah, with mac and cheese.
Yes. Enhancing mac and cheese with Dijon mustard, broccoli, buttered breadcrumbs, and thinly sliced tomatoes elevates the dish. That certainly would.
Yeah.
That certainly would. Dijon mustard adds tangy depth while broccoli provides a nutritious crunch. I think I would try that for sure.
Yeah. Buttered breadcrumbs create a crispy topping. Roasted tomatoes add sweetness and acidity, making this variation a flavorful and textured take on the classic comfort food.
It does sound really good. I think with that, I would have the shells versus the elbows.
Yeah, definitely because the shells would be able to hold more of the
Flavor.
yeah.
Mhm. You can even go to a mac and cheese festival just by visiting the website.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I think that's the fact. I think that is a factoid all of on its own.
Factoid.
I did not know there was mac and cheese festivals.
Me either, but I must attend one once.
I, I definitely need to too. And you know, Kat, everybody has a mac and cheese recipe, and I do mean everybody.
That if you Google mac and cheese recipe,
You'll get over 73 million results. Try it.
Kraft macaroni and cheese has been instantly recognizable by its trademark blue box, but it wasn't always that way.
Unlike Coca-Cola, for example, whose logo and appearance has remained virtually unchanged since its inception, the world's favorite mac and cheese brand gave itself a major makeover.
It came in a yellow box for nearly 20 years until yellow was replaced with that blue in 1954.
Factoid.
Factoid.
Man, there was a lot of actually factoids in this episode about mac and cheese.
There was a lot of factoids in here.
You know, when mac and cheese was on the list, I don't even know if you put it on there or if I put it on there or if somebody told us to put it on there, but I was like, how can we really talk about mac and cheese for 25, 30 minutes?
And little did you know the information you would find.
I know, and when we got into it, it was like, wow, this story just keeps on getting better and better and better.
Right.
You know, from way back when pasta was first invented, I mean, to today, I mean, macaroni and cheese in North America alone is a staple food. I don't think you could go into many houses and not see or have some variation of macaroni and cheese.
No, definitely not at any holiday ever. If
Oh
there's
yeah.
not mac and cheese, I'm wondering where I'm at.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, and just the fact that you can find 73 million results on mac and cheese if you Google it
Hmm.
is that is insane.
We should do deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs.
Yes.
Okay, add it to the list. Have you seen the list lately?
It's long.
That was
I
that
scrolling for miles on that guy.
we have enough stuff to do years, but to all of our listeners, if you have a show idea, hey, put it in the Facebook page, email us, or hit the send us a text in the show notes there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kat, that's I'll beat you today.
Yes,
Kat, that's pretty much all I've got.
me too. If you would like to support this podcast,
Click the support or Patreon links in the show notes.
William and I want to thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you.
Join the Facebook group at Info on the Go
Share with us your show ideas.
or ask us a question.
Subscribe and follow us wherever you get your podcast.
Send us a text using the link in the show notes or leave a review.
Email us at,
infoonthegopodcast@gmail.com.
yes, that is all one word. Till next time.
Stay curious.